Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jdog'S DVD Dungeon. This is the show, Volume 3. This will be Part 4. Yeah, it's getting late. The sun's coming up. It's 6:15 in the AM here in Saskatchewan, Canada. A little restless, can't sleep, so figured I'm going to bang the show out for you guys, the fans. But yeah, we're going to continue on with Part 4. This is the VHS VAULT. Got a few things I dug out. If you would have seen my VHS score at the video store, like special videos I did, you'd notice a few of these things. You'll recognize them. But first things first, we're gonna, well, as most of you know, I'm like a big, huge VHS collector and nut. Like I buy a lot of this shit for usually $1, $2 a tape. So I got hundreds of them. Got a whole closet full, boxes full. My room's surrounded with them. Yeah, so I love my VHS. To me, superior format, but what can you do? All good things must come to an end. I'm going to show you some of the cooler ones I have here. I think a lot of you that used to rent VHS back in the day would probably remember seeing this at like the mom and pop video shops. You see it on the shelf, you'd walk up, you'd push it, you'd make it talk, the box would talk back to you, it'd be like, you want a date? You'd be like, fuck no, you're a box, you're a video box, what do I want to date you for? But anyway, some bad humor, like it's late at night anyway. There you go, you got Frankenhooker. It's like Frank Henenlotter film. Done like the Basket Case movies. He's got a new one out, Bad Biology. Oh, what else did he done? He done like Brain Damage. I think it was, I'm not sure who did the special effects, Gabe Bartolis maybe. But yeah, it's got good cheesy effects, like Frankenhooker. It follows like mad doctor, scientist who works for a power company but does goofy experiments in his free time, like working on brains and stuff. But yeah, you got Jeffrey Franken is the guy's name. Yeah, it's kind of cool. That's why it's the Frankenhooker. Yeah, Jeffrey, like they having a barbecue. They're having her parents over and stuff. I think it's her dad's birthday or some shit like that. And Jeffrey decides he's going to make him a lawnmower, remote control lawnmower. So he brings it out, he's showing everybody, but the lawnmower starts to run amok. And his stupid, overweight fiance, like Jeffrey's woman, she's too stupid to get out of the way. She gets chopped to pieces by this big stainless steel lawnmower. Pretty badass looking unit, actually. So yeah, that's the beginning of the story. Like, yet Jeffrey manages to scoop up a few body parts. Like he's got the head and a few other parts, like some arms and whatnot. And the cops never do find the parts. They question him, but he hides them out. Keeps them in like this deep freeze, full of this juice shit he has in it. Keeps him alive, I guess. He's gonna reanimate her. So like the story goes on. Jeffrey decides he's gonna use body parts of other women to bring his love back to life. Kind of like Bride of Reanimator, somewhat, but a lot hokier. So yeah, Jeffrey, he goes out. He figures he's going to use hookers. So what better way to attract hookers than with crack? So he cooks up a batch of this super crack, he calls it. Like, you got big fist-sized rocks of crack in this bag. It's just hilarious. And yeah, he takes them. He goes out and he hooks up with this pimp at this hotel. I can't remember who played the pimp, but hilarious anyway. And yeah, he buys some of his hose off him, and he takes him up to the room. And he didn't really know what would all happen with this super crack, but yeah, he's checking these women out, trying to find the ones he wants to use, and they find the crack in his bag. And you know, hookers, they start going nuts when they see crack, and you got all these chicks flipping out and smoking all his rock on him and stuff. And yeah, next thing you know, the super crack makes him overheat. All the hose explode. You got titties, you got ass all laying all over the room, like parts everywhere. Hilarious stuff. Real bad effects. Like, you can tell it's mannequins blowing up and shit. But hey, that's what Henenlotter's movies are all about. Like cheesy action. Like you gonna tell me the Basket Case movies are the most realistic you ever seen? No. But anyway, back to the plot on Frankenhooker. Like, yeah, Jeffrey scoops up a bunch of these parts, drags them back to his lab, stitches them all together, reanimates his date. Well, yeah, can't keep a good hooker down, as they say, so I think she wakes up, all she wants to do is start turning tricks. You got a Frankenhooker walking around terrorizing 42nd Street, New York. I think she's still turning tricks, and it's funny, guys are wanting to pick up on her and stuff. It's hilarious. She runs amok, kills people. But yeah, long story short, Jeffrey has to track her down, take care of his one true love. But if you ain't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. Like you've seen, I sport the shirt in my other videos. Big fan of Frankenhooker. Check it out. This is the talking box. This is very rare. Picked this up for $1, so I was showing this off in another video I did. Yeah, very cool. It's a little thicker, but it doesn't work anymore. I press it, she don't say shit. Yeah, just like my Evil Dead Books of the Dead, these batteries burn out, and people play with them on the shelves, they don't work no more. Yeah, it's one of the gems of my collection. Check it out. And the second one I'm going to talk about, I'd never seen this movie until I found it, and even when I seen it there, I didn't really clue into what it was, but I picked it up anyway. See, it is right there. It's a Studio One edition of Nightmare, better known as Nightmare in a Damaged Brain. Someone left the door to hell open. This is an excellent early, well, it was, yeah, fairly early 80s slasher movie. I like how they did the publicity with it and stuff, claiming Savini did the effects. Well, no, Savini was like a light consultant on it. And it was kind of like a little scandal about that. I'm not sure if they went to court about it or not, but Savini wasn't very happy that they used his name to sell the movie. Anyway, I think besides that, like the gore, you would think it was Savini, because a lot of the gags are very similar, especially the decapitation scene looks just like stuff Savini had done in like Friday the 13th. Yeah, this follows like it's like this schizophrenic guy, and he has flashbacks, he has seizures, and I think when he has these seizures, he has flashbacks back to his childhood, where because it was his mom and his dad, they were pretty damn kinky, and she used to tie him up and smack him around, and he walked in on it one day, seen it. Well, what's any crazy kid gonna do? Hey, you're gonna grab an axe, you're gonna hack him up. But yeah, he keeps having flashbacks to this, but he's dealing with all these doctors. They figure they had sorted him out, and yeah, you just put in a program, and somehow he gets out. And you got crazy ass George Tatum. He's wandering the streets. He's going down to like porno theaters in Times Square, checking out the sleazy goodness down there. He has a seizure. Like some of the stuff he sees triggers back memories from the past. Like the doctors kind of had it all in check, but yeah, he sees this sleazy shit, brings him back to some of the stuff he sees, has a seizure. I'm not sure, I think he kills someone at the sleaze factory where he's at. And then he starts remembering his family and out in Florida, and he's got a vendetta with them. He wants to track them down, hack them up, so movie starts following like day 1, day 2, day 3, etc., like in sections, as you got George Tatum. He's making his way back to Florida, and he's terrorizing his family with like creepy phone calls, and he's leaving a trail of bodies, and he's stalking the house, he's hiding in closets. It's creepy shit. Like the kid in the movie, I can't remember what the hell his name is now, but yeah, he does some funny shit, like messing with his mom and shit, pretending he was stabbed. And I like the characters. It's like creepy mask the killer wears at the end. It's something that the kid had put together to scare the babysitter. Yeah, the finale's pretty damn decent. Like all in all, it's a solid slasher. I'm kind of running out of time on this video since I talked too much about the last one, but about Frankenhooker. But anyway, we'll start winding this down. Yeah, like at the end, you got the classic. You got kids against the killer, and fucking kids shoot the shit out of him, stab the shit out of him. The guy keeps coming. Then at the end, like he's masked. They don't know who he is, and lo and behold, it's like, whoa, it's Daddy. Like, sorry about the spoilers if you ain't seen it. Cut it off. But yeah, it's awesome. Like, I can't recommend this movie enough. It's rare, hard to find. I'm not sure what this edition's worth. I'm sure it's worth some good bread, though. I'd like to find out if it's cut or uncut though, because the runtime on this one's 90 minutes. So I'd like to know what the uncut version runs. Because if this is cut, damn, I'd love to see the uncut one, because this is a nasty ass movie. But anyway, I'm almost out of time, so hope you check out Frankenhooker and Nightmare, aka Nightmare in a Damaged Brain. I got the Jdog thumbs up. Yeah, anyway, stay tuned. Our show's only about half done, so peace.